What is going on, my fellow Crucible warriors from distant lands? It is your boy Grandmamba here, and today with another patch note video about June 18th. Before starting the patch notes, I'm gonna show you guys some bad news, and that is that I got this error code as of yesterday. That means I cannot get into the game for now. The good news is that the developers know about this issue, and they wanted me to tell you guys that this issue is being looked at. This is a known problem, and they are going to fix it as soon as we can. Let's head on into the video. Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake. We are gonna start off with the hunters and gameplay. First is the gameplay changes that are updated the minimum time threshold to start a vote to surrender and the time between surrender votes. A developer's note specifically said, "We have made these changes to try to mitigate the impact of people spamming surrender. Please note we are still working on AFK prevention, which will go a long way towards addressing one of the chief causes of teams needing to surrender. Time from start of a match until surrendering becomes available increased from 1.5 minutes to 7 minutes. Time between surrendered votes increased from 1 minute to 2. Updated critical hit sound effects. The loadout screen now shows passive abilities. Creature and object health bars will now show shield information if the creature or item has a shield. For example, Bugs plans will now show when they have overshield. There are two hunters that get the same update. It's a minor change for Drakal and Shakiri. They both have revised blade impact sound effects. The developers know for sure that the player base is shrinking at the moment. That's why they updated the technology section a little bit. The client download bandwidth usage reduced by 5 to 10%, improved client frame rate by 5 to 10% for both minimum and recommended specifications. Machines performance gains may vary for machines that don't precisely match the minimum or recommended specifications. Fixed 3 bugs that could result in the client and server state for a given player getting out of sync, which would of course result in a player appearing to have their state reset. And developers notes specifically said it's still possible to encounter desyncs like these from other sources, so it's not gone forever, but they reduced the amount. And the last but certainly not least is machines with lower memory will now load smaller sound banks, which should result in slightly better performance for machines at minimum specifications. We have the user interface and usability. The changes are that the profile page will show new flags on icons and they'll be cleared upon hover over or selection, updated the part for the quick comms radial menu, updated the loading screen tip rotation speed to make reading each tip easier, and the escape key will now close the swap challenge pop-up model. Bug fixes are the radial overlays on collections menus now show the correct slots as being filled. Interaction prompt now probably shows images for gamepad buttons. Fixed some display bugs on drop-down menus. The profile link on the collections menu no longer says new forever. This one I personally very much like. Profile icons that are no longer able to be earned will be hidden to players who do not have them, and fixed a bug that caused the cursor to display improperly if a player died with the scoreboard open. As a full-time Crucible player, I think a lot of people struggled with that one. If you check the score, how many damage you did, how many essence you collected, and you came back to life, you see the cursor of your mouse and you see the scope, which was pretty annoying, so I'm happy they fixed it, but these are all minor upgrades. One of the most discussed topics of this Crucible century is, of course, voice chat. Now, a developer update on June 9 said, and now to address one of the hottest community topics, version 1 of voice chat has moved into the eternal testing phase. The future won't make it in for tomorrow's build, but assuming we are not seeing any major issues in testing, it should be coming sooner than later. The team said I could commit to June publicly and they wouldn't break my legs. There was a real developer's note right there. So they are testing the voice chat. So it's coming sooner than later, that's what they said, but it's not here as of we speak. So let's just keep a little more patience, guys, and hopefully next week we can get the voice chat. If not, we will probably see it next week, because this is a developers team that works so hard to please his community, which is not real big at the moment, but let's keep our faith up, guys. So my conclusion for this video is that I'm happy that they are fixing the minor irritating bugs like the cursor to display improperly and the collections menu no longer says new forever. I think I like that, but I really want to see some voice chat and I want to see more people playing this game because it's amazing and these developers are working hard to show us every week. For now, it's important for us as a community to help the developers and give feedback to the game where it's needed, and I think this is a good start. You can leave some feedback or something down in the comment section. They will read this and I will link these guys on Twitter just so they can hear our feedback. They will listen to us, and this is a development team that will listen for sure. I approve them, and that's real. I'm not in a paycheck by them. These guys are working so hard on this game, even with a player base of 200 at the moment. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If not, just go away. It's okay. But I hope to receive some feedback in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys next week in a video. Great Mamba out.